Wow. Yeah, but okay, so Josh Reynolds. So, but you know what's interesting about Josh Reynolds is at that point in the offseason, you're behind AJ Brown and Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're going to a team that has those two guys on the outside. You have Derrick Henry in the backfield. Like, are you going there just because it's like, all right, man? Like, I can fade into the background.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to kind of hear his inner thoughts in free agency, because I think a lot of times you think just, hey, let's go to the better team, better opportunity. But he signed a 1-year deal, and I think he saw the writing on the wall this year, like 10 catches, 90 yards through 8 games, and he's like, this is not looking good for my future here. He's 26 years old. He's probably looking to he probably understood last year the wide receiver market was horrible. Only Kenny Galladay got paid. So I'll go somewhere where there's a good offense. That Titans offense is pretty darn good. I'll pad my stats a little bit, and then I'll get paid somewhere. Obviously, you get to the halfway point of the season, it's not working out like that. So I've seen some people be like, well, he goes from a playoff contender to an 0-8 team. What if he tries not to play? What if he refuses to play? Like Odell probably would have.
Then Josh Reynolds is probably done in the NFL.
Right. Maybe. But I think I also
it doesn't look good though.
I think it doesn't look good. That's for sure. And I think I also saw that the Rams put in a claim for him, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the overall point being is I don't think that's going to be a concern, because I think the reason he wants out of Tennessee, it's obviously not because he's got an issue with them, or he doesn't think they're going to contend. It's that he needs
trying to earn a contract.
He's trying to earn a contract. He's trying to get somewhere where he'll have some opportunities, and you have landed in the land of opportunity.
The land of opportunity
for a wide receiver. And so I think this is a good landing spot for him. I don't know if he'll feel the same or not in terms of, I'm sure he's not going to be thrilled about the record, but he's with a quarterback that trusts him and said as much today. And he's with a team that he very well might be the best wide receiver on the roster right now. And let's be clear, like I did it again. Josh Reynolds is not like a number one guy. Like he's not a guy that's going to go up against shutdown corners and challenge them.
Right.
But he's going to be he's going to be an outside receiver. And this team just doesn't have an outside receiver, right? Like they're trying to put Amon-Ra on the outside, because who else are you going to put out there? Like even their best receiver, Khalif Raymond, probably better on the inside. But finally they got better on the inside. They finally got a guy who's had production on the outside. He's got a rapport with Goff, and I think it's a good fit. Is he going to get 100 yards each game? Absolutely not. But he's going to lift the play up there, and $500,000 for the rest of the season, like, it's a bargain. He's a young guy. He can probably play pretty quickly. I would be a little bit surprised if he plays this week, but we'll obviously have to talk to coaches, and I think tomorrow we'll get the coordinators, so we'll get Anthony Lynn's thoughts on potentially playing him, but we won't get Campbell until Friday, and we got Goff today, so we're not going to get his thoughts beyond what he gave today.
Yeah.
You feeling good though about it? I mean, like, obviously I feel like everyone thought this was something that needed to happen.
It's like preordained.
Yeah. But I guess the question is, how excited should Lions fans be? So on a scale of 1 to 10, obviously this is an improvement, but I also don't want people to have like too big of expectations, right? Like, I know he's young. I know he's had 400, 500, 600 yard seasons, but how much does this move the needle on the Lions wide receiver group? Like, it goes from an F to what?
So you watched the Fast and Furious series all in one sitting.
I hate this already.
Just because you put a spoiler on a Honda Civic doesn't make it any more sweet. Mm-hmm. The problem is the Honda Civic. So the problem is Jared Goff. Like,
oh, okay. Yep.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, you can throw as many things you think are sweet on that Honda Civic. It's still a Honda Civic. Like,
I'll tell you what. I almost for the because I like to sometimes go bold with the one thing I think I know. I almost said Jared Goff is going to complete two passes beyond 20 yards down the field this week, and well, I think part of it is like, and maybe this is just me buying into things that I shouldn't buy into, but like Dan Campbell getting more involved in the offense. And everything he said this week, whether it's on 97.1 or in the two press conferences he's had this week, is like, we need to get our receivers more involved in this game. We need to push the ball downfield. He is somewhat adamant about that at this point. And to me, like, I know he's not directly saying it, but he's like, Jared Goff, throw the frickin' ball. Just throw it. Just do it. And this is the week to do it. We just got done talking about this is a vulnerable secondary. Do it. And obviously, the big factor here that, I mean, and it's part of the reason why we haven't seen him push it downfield as much is protection, right? Like, Lions pass protection hasn't been good. They've got a big challenge this week.
If Taylor Decker plays, though, everything changes because Matt Nelson is no longer on the field.
Right. And I think we can all agree Penei Sewell, even with all the things he's had to deal with, even with playing left tackle for the past 8 weeks, Penei Sewell at right tackle for the first week in his NFL career is better than Matt Nelson at right tackle.
Preach.
It's that's the matchup I'm going to be glued up on the entire game. Is Sewell versus JJ or TJ Watt.
Yeah, that would be a good one.